we go. Welcome to the show. How's everything going? We have Georgia's own R&B singer, rapper, joining me here for Sports Hip Hop with DJ Mad Max, Live 365, iHeartRadio, Mad Max Radio. Goes by the name of True Royal. Welcome to the show. How's everything going?
Everything is good. Thank you for having me.
Of course. Shout out to Julius Darrington. That's my guy right there. Shout out to him for connecting us and getting this all ready here. And Monique as well.
Yes, shout out to Monique. I actually just got off the phone with her, so definitely I love her.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the best in the business for sure. But man, how's everything going? Are you in LA right now?
Yes, I'm in LA. Just, trying to get things done.
Yeah, especially now with the actor strike. How's everything in that field for you right now? Because I know you're also an aspiring actor.
I am actually not acting right now because of the strike. I have other things going on that's kind of like keeping me busy while they figure this thing out. So yeah.
Technical difficult. You got the new single out on all platforms. What made you stop it at difficult? Because people are always so used to technical difficulties. So what made you stop it short?
We came up with that in the studio. It was just unique. It was Tub, shout out to Tub Young. He's the producer on this album and on this project. And I don't know, when we started to get the lyrics out, it just made sense, because initially I said, okay, I want this to be called, this particular record to be called Technical Difficulties. Mm-hmm. But then when we started the writing process, it just flowed with, let's just stop it at technical difficult.
And it works. And you're preparing right now for, I think I was reading 313 is the EP that you have on the way.
It's called Twin Flames 313. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, because I was reading that on the internet, and Twin Flames was something that you came out with. That's the older single, but this is the new one that just followed up with that.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to re-release Twin Flames, a little different version of it, and just start it over, because the whole EP itself is Twin Flames 313. And I'll be done with that pretty soon.
Fire. Is there like a particular date that you look, like a date range or just time period you're looking to drop the EP?
Yes, December 22nd.
December, so a couple days before Christmas.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there's a record on the EP that I really wanted to release before Valentine's Day, because I want to get into the creative process of doing a music video for that particular record so that it can be out a week before Valentine's Day. So I said, you know what, let's just drop the whole EP in December.
I think you have the right targeting audience then, because then people, if they're paying attention, people can all just buy it for Christmas. Do you have like a Christmas song on there too to hook them in maybe?
No, I don't really celebrate the holidays like that. But someone else asked me that. So maybe in the future, I might put together a little, holiday album. Who knows?
Yeah. I'm not much of a Christmas guy. It's played out. It's too commercialized. The only thing I want to hear on Christmas is the Boys to Men Christmas album. I'm tired of Mariah Carey. I've heard that too many times.
Yes, that Let It Snow.
Yeah.
It never gets old. Yes.
No, definitely. It doesn't.
I love it.
So how does it feel to be caught up in pretty much two different worlds? Because I know you're from Georgia, then you went out to just being out there, Nashville, Tennessee, you made your move out to California, but because your favorite genre is country. And if you're in the rap lane, which, you already are, I love rap music. So it's like, I hate country music, but how does it feel? Yeah, I'm not a country music guy. I don't hate it. Like, it's just not my thing. But how does it feel kind of to be caught up in that area of where kind of rap doesn't like country and country doesn't like rap?
I'm not going to necessarily say I'm caught up in it like that. I just do what feels good to me. I love R&B. I'm starting to rap more now, but country music is my love. That's my baby. That's my number one. That's what I was raised on. I was, born and raised in the backwoods of Georgia, on a farm. So, that's just, those are my roots. So I love country music. One day I hope to meet Shania Twain. That is
George
my
Strait.
George Strait, yeah, those are my two number one, Dana Carter, all of them. I love them. But I also love R&B as well. I just love music, period, to be honest with you. So I have pushed aside my dreams of becoming a country music artist. And I'm just having fun in my R&B lane, my rap lane. I'm a dancer as well. So it's like, let me just do what I, am good at. I'm not going to try to force the country music. I'll just listen to it. But one day I'm going to make a country music song.
Mm-hmm. No, I definitely think you will, and that's what you're inspired by. And I don't mean to knock like the whole genre. There's just certain artists out there. It's just like, give me a break. Like I have great respect for like Johnny Cash, Willie Nelson. They did a lot for the genre, and they're trendsetters. But some of them, it's just like, give me a break.
Yeah, I really don't listen to the new school country music. I honestly can't tell you what's out there now, but I'm a 90s girl. So I listen to the old school country, the Tim McGraw, again, George Strait. He has this movie that I grew up on called I'm still hanging on to the 90s entanglement of country. I don't know what's out there now with the new people, but I'm stuck in the 90s. I will forever be stuck in the 90s.
I was born in 99, so I didn't get to experience it. I was born right in the cusp. So I'm basically trying to live in the 90s because I'm such a 90s hip hop, R&B. I even
Yeah,
like 90s rock. I don't know. There's something about the 90s that it was such a timeless era. It's the best era for music. And when people tell me the 90s are over and to get over it, yeah, screw you.
no,
I'm not going to listen to that.
no. Stay in the 90s. You can even go to the early 2000s, that
Exactly.
good as well. But I'm gonna stay stuck in the 90s. I love it. From R&B to whatever, I love it. So
It's the best era. Today's music, it doesn't matter. It doesn't do it for me. And when you have people telling me that Sexy Red is a generational talent, I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it.
no comment. Yeah,
Unbelievable.
it doesn't hit the same as it used to. But we all have had our era of what we feel like is good music. And the younger generation now feels like, well, I'm a Sexy Red fan. So it's like, okay, have fun. Because a lot of people that I grew up with were Trina fans, and
Okay,
Trina
yeah.
stuff. So yeah, so it's everybody else, so I don't listen to it, but
No, it's terrible. Let's be honest. Yeah, no. And then when people try to tell me about Sexy Red, that Trina and all these rappers are doing the same thing, like I get it, I guess, in the subject matter, but they made actual songs. It was better produced, better put together.
yeah,
Now it's just all thrown into just no effort, just thrown together, and it comes out as just nonsense and crap. But I did want to get into your life story because it was really emotional just reading about it and growing up in the foster care system and going through a lot of bullying. And I think the thing that you touched on that was interesting was bullying from family members, because that's something that not too many people speak about, because bullying could come in forms of people just keeping you down within your family, people just throwing digs at you because they didn't get to succeed to the point that they wanted to. So when you're more successful than they are, they kind of want to keep you like in that lobster in a bucket mentality. They want to keep you in.
yeah, that's exactly it. I can never do any right. So with them, there is no, oh, congratulations, true, or there's oh, that's my cousin or that's my niece, or it's nothing like that. It's usually Now it's a little different. I don't deal with bullying anymore, because I'm an adult and I fight back.
Yeah.
So the energy is a little different now. It's more of, let's just stay away from her and pretend like we don't see her, and we'll just talk about her and do things like that. But I mean, that comes with the territory. It comes with being like what we would call the black sheep of the family. A lot of families have that one person that nobody likes, or people are jealous of, or intimidated by, whatever the case may be. But with my followers, we don't call ourselves the black sheep. We call ourselves the white goats.
Mm.
So we just change the narrative, because it's usually the black sheep of the family that ends up happening to save the whole entire family. So it's like, okay, no longer the black sheep. You can keep that title. So, but yeah, I've dealt with a lot growing up in school, foster care. It was hard. I'm working on telling my story after I get done, doing what I want to do right now with this project. I'm going to move into more of, I still write, but I want to tell my story in a movie format or series. I'm looking for someone to play the,
Netflix.
yeah. So I'm getting these stories together for more on the acting side, so that I can be free and finally, just tell my story and let other people know that, I made it out and you can too. So, sometimes even if you don't have family as far as, your blood relatives, you definitely have a spiritual family in the world, people that support you, that love you, that will guide you, or, that you can connect with and have a fantastic time.
Yeah. It's like what Tupac said in Above the Rim: just because you're born into a family doesn't mean you stay family forever. That's just a true quote.
Yeah, yeah, it's a deep thing.
Yeah.
Happens. So
Your first love, I heard, was basketball.
yes, I was a basketball player. I've been playing ball since I was, I think, 5. My brother, um, he put a basketball in my hands, and he had a hot dog in his. And crazy that I remember that. But I would just bounce the ball with him and play with him. And then when I got into grade school, that's really all I wanted to do, was play ball. My first dream, very, 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 very first dream, besides dancing and singing, was I wanted to make it into the WNBA.
Mm,
Um, I was good, but life happened. So
yeah.
yeah, but I did end up playing in the military. I played for the University of Colorado. Not really long. I played for them like barely even one game, because they figured out that I was in the military. And
Oh,
so
wow.
we didn't know that the military team actually played against the University of Colorado, and I had to choose. And of course, I had to choose the military. So darn it.
Yeah. That's right. You mentioned that you were in the military. Thank you for your service. I appreciate it. I mean, how did that really kind of just prepare you for life? Because you see what people go through in the military, and just in basic training alone, it breaks a
Oh,
lot of people.
yeah. Well, it actually made me stronger. It's something that I would never take back. I do not regret my military service at all, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Um, I'm very, very proud. That's one accomplishment that I'm very, very proud of. I was able to get in there, rise to the occasion of being in leadership positions. And some of it was fun, and some of it was hard. And you know, I just did what I had to do. So
And you're here today. Like I said, thank you again for your service. And I think you've also been a marshal too. I was reading online. You've done some security and the different protective things.
yes, give me 1 second. Let
Yeah.
me take this off here. Okay, there we go. Okay, that's better. Now,
Okay.
yeah, I after the military, I actually became head of security in Colorado Springs, Colorado, is where I was stationed. So after the military, I was head of security for a high school called Wasson High. They've shut down now. And so after I did that, I moved on to be a Colorado Marshal. And that was pretty fun. Yeah, it's pretty fun kicking down doors and serving warrants and all that stuff. So
uh it's interesting just to learn about your career, and then from there, because you go out to Tennessee, you're out there, you make the move back in 2016 to Hollywood, California. It's something that you always wanted to do. It was overwhelming. Talk to me about getting this call from Brandy and Ray J's father that was life changing.
oh gosh, you guys have surely did your homework.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was in Tennessee, living in Nashville, and I was singing, and I was just in the room just singing, and I was like, I need some vocal, I need more like vocal coaching. And I was like researching vocal coaching near me, in Tennessee or whatever. And I'm so sorry, I have something in my eye.
Oh, it's all good. I hate when that happens.
It's irritating.
Yeah.
But I yeah, I was just, just researching. I didn't know what I was looking at, to be honest with you. And then I don't even know how this happened till this day, to be honest with you, but I received a call, and it was Mr. Norwood, Brandy and Reg's father. And in the beginning, I thought it was my friend. I was like, Patrick, stop playing on my phone. Fuck you. And I hung up the phone. I thought he was like playing with me. And so Mr. Norwood calls back, and he's like, hey, True, it's Willie Norwood. And I was like, hi, like, is this real? And he spoke with me, and he wanted me to come to LA to train with him on my vocals for like a month. I was terrified because I'd never been to California before. And initially I told him, I can't do that, because I was just so terrified. And so he said, let's just do 2 weeks. And my friend, she told me, she said, you need to do this. She said, you need to take this shot, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. And man, I had just bought a new car. I was driving Uber. At the time, I loved driving Uber. I still drive Uber to this day. But I, financially did what I needed to do. Didn't have much money after that, but I ended up picking up like 2 guys from a bar doing Uber, and they threw up in the back of my car.
Oh God.
So Uber like paid me out like $1,000, but it wasn't like it was gonna hit my account like a week later. So I ended up in my car driving from Nashville to LA with like $250 in my hand, in my pocket, and like a EBT card. I didn't know what I was doing. I just did it. And that was the craziest move ever. And 2 weeks with Mr. Norwood turned into 2 years, and I have not left. I'm still here. I ended up landing a role on TV on this show, and things just took off. And I trained with Mr. Norwood for a little bit. And then again, life happened. I ended up meeting Mrs. Norwood. She did like this intimate producers camp with us, taught me a lot, and that's where I met Ray J. That's where I met Brandy, and the rest is history.
So, I mean, how was it being in the room with Brandy? Because she's one of the all-time greats, and she's in the acting lane as well, too. So,
well, we didn't meet in the room. We met in the bathroom.
oh, wow.
So my whole life, especially in school, people would tell me that I looked like Brandy. And I was a lot skinnier back then. So I guess I did, like, my whole life. Oh, you look just like Brandy. And so the day we were doing the producers boot camp with her mom, I was on the phone with my best friend, and I went to the bathroom because I didn't want to interrupt. I didn't know Brandy was in the bathroom. And I'm just talking cash crap. And she comes out of the bathroom, and I'm looking like, Tasha, I have to call you back. And she says, she doesn't say hi. She walks up to me as if she's seen a ghost, and she says, we look alike. And she took my phone, we took some pictures,
Oh, that's
and
crazy.
it was crazy. She was like, let's go back in here before mom gets us. Like we were sisters. And I was like, oh my, like it was, it's something I'll never, never forget. But once we went back into the boot camp, her energy, I don't know, it was amazing. I made her laugh a couple of times and she was like, girl, you are crazy. So I knew I had a life as a comedian after that. But Ray J was there. Everybody was pretty much there, and we were like one big happy family. After that, Ray J and I, we've seen each other a lot in different scenes in LA. I used to go to his shop a lot. So yeah, it was a dream come true, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's big time for sure. And speaking of comedy, have you been able to do some of these comedy clubs out in LA at all?
No, I'm scared. I have not branched out into that yet, but I have a lot of jokes. I said that's something that maybe will come later on in life. I didn't want to steer away from my music, my dancing, or acting or anything like that. I'll just make people laugh naturally and move on.
That's the best way to do it. And I did bring up acting before because that's another passion of yours. But let's talk about the performance side of things, because the movie Selena is what inspired you, and the musical performance live level right there.
Yeah, I was like 8 years old. I'll never forget it. I was sitting on the sofa and my dad had just left out, and he put the movie Selena on for me, and I watched it and I cried. Like I was 8, and it's like I had a connection to Selena.
Eh,
It's crazy that I understood what was going on at 8 years old, but I just remember, gosh, I was crying my eyes out. And the young lady that played the younger Selena in the film, um, I was her and she was me. Like all I wanted to do was perform, dance. And at 8, that's where it hit me. Like, I want to do this. I didn't know how, but I just knew I want to be like Selena. So yeah, it was a very emotional thing for me.
eh,
And I ended up, once I got to LA, I ended up, it's so crazy how life works. I ended up dating a guy whose mother was Selena's nail tech
Oh,
in Corpus.
wow.
Yeah. I was like, oh, so I dumped him, and it was crazy. I was able, like his mother was showing me pictures of Selena and them doing the nails, and I was like, whoa, this is as close as I'm gonna ever get to Selena. She's gone now, but I really like adored that moment. So yeah.
Yeah, she's iconic. We lost her way too soon to the crazy
Yes,
fans. So
yes, yes, yes. I have a big picture of her in my bedroom hanging up.
yeah, she's represented in my studio here too. So yeah, because I always have like '90s hip hop, R&B. Yeah, she's well represented in my room as well. So yeah, you always
Yes,
got to put on for music icons of the '90s.
I continue to watch the film to this day all the time. I don't know. It's just I've always had a connection to her since 8 years old. I wish she was still here.
A Dreaming of You, yeah, that's an all-time one right there.
I can't even listen to that without. And sometimes I try to rehearse it and sing it myself. I can't even get through the song. I'm like, Jennifer Lopez did her big one on that movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't listen to it unless I really, really want to get into my feelings. But other than that, it hits me too hard. I just have flashbacks of my childhood, and I'm just like, I can't do this.
Yeah. You're also a life coach, and I kind of know what that is you coaching people. It's pretty self-explanatory, but talk to me about what a spiritualist is, because I've heard the term before, but I've never really asked about it and done my research into it. So what is a spiritualist?
Um, what is the true definition of a spiritualist? I do spiritual things for myself and for people. I have a lot of clients, hundreds of clients, thousands of clients. And I have some celebrities that I work with as well. And and that's why I kind of put life coaching in there, because it's practically some of the same things, coaching people in their lives, but we spiritually get people aligned in their spiritual path, get them closer to source or whatever it is they want to get closer to, and help them financially, with their love life. If they need, deeper things. So I am a high priestess of my family. So yeah.
And when we talk about like spirituality and you being a spiritualist, do you kind of believe in like the whole paranormal, spiritual, and that people are kind of energy? Do you get into stuff like that as well a little bit, or?
I am a psychic medium. It's what they would call me.
Okay, so you kind of you believe in all the paranormal and different signs and.
Well, yeah, it's more than a belief. I actually talk to the other side for people.
Oh
So
wow.
I can't believe I'm talking about this, but yeah, that's what I do. Yeah, it's a way of life for us, for people. We give people closure. And honestly, to be honest with you, I didn't know I could even do that until I think like 5 years ago. So.
Is it kind of like Ghost Whisperer a little bit? Is it like things you can see? No, I'm just curious. Like, is it like that?
So Ghost Whisperer with what's
Jennifer
her name?
Love Hewitt.
Yes, love that. It is exactly like that. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. It can be overwhelming. I don't do it full time the way I used to, because it's too much for me. It's just too much.
Yeah.
It's just, I moved, I ended up moving a couple of years ago here in LA. I ended up moving to a haunted house, and it was awful. And I did not know that in California, there's a rule or a law for the landlords that you have to tell the tenants if someone died in the home before they move in. And the landlord never told me any of this information.
He kept it hidden.
He kept it hidden. And when the first night that I moved in, I couldn't sleep. I kept hearing noises, and this white lady appeared, and she didn't want me there. And so she would follow me to my bedroom, and I would get mad, and I would tell her to leave me alone. And I figured out that she actually passed away in the living room. And so I questioned the landlord about it, and his thing was, how did you even know that? And I'm not gonna speak medium. They're not talking to me. They're like, and he was just like, I'm so sorry. I know I should have told you. Like, that's a law in California. You have to disclose this information. Like, this house was built in like the 1950s. That's when she died, And it was hard living in that house. It was hell. So,
wow.
Yeah, I'll tell that story later on in life.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah, because I'm all into, because October is like my favorite time of the year. I'm a big horror movie guy. Like, I'm always intrigued by like paranormal stuff. So that's crazy that you've had your own paranormal encounters and that you do that on the side as well. Let's speak to the other side.
Yeah, it's a very real thing. And I love to do it because I know it helps people get closure,
Mhm.
and people understand that it's real. Because how do I know, what your dad had on when he died? Like, I don't know you, So how do I know that your grandmother used to do this for you? And, people are always like, how did you know that? Well, I'm like, well, she's here talking to me right now. So, and they're always like, this is crazy. But what they don't realize is I'm the same way. Like, this shit is crazy. Like, so yeah, for me, you can never get used to it. I can never get used to this. I don't think, I'm not sure.
I think like with your situation, you kind of have more of an answer to, because I'm not thinking about it yet because I'm only in my early 20s, but people, when they get older, they start to think about, is there an afterlife? And what happens once you pass. So you kind of have an insight a little bit as to what is next.
Yeah. Yeah, I used to speak about it all the time, but now not as much because I'm like, oh, let me concentrate on my music. So people won't think I'm a weirdo out here talking to demons and ghosts and stuff.
Oh, you've talked to a demon?
No, that's just what people think. People
Oh,
think that
yeah, yeah.
you know, people outside is a demon. That's what they think. So it's like, no, like your mom just passed. She's not a demon.
Yeah.
Like it is what it is.
I'm sure though, if you're spiritual, you believe some people you've probably dealt with in your life are demons. You probably, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
uh with being a life coach, just everything that you've been through, do you think you like doing that because you mentioned that it brings closure to people? Do you think by helping other people it helps bring closure to yourself and things that you've been through in your life by helping others?
Kind of. Honestly, the type of people I run into that need closure, I've never been through those things.
Mhm.
So it's more, I just get like, it's like a dopamine for me, a dopamine effect. Like I love helping people because I'm a healer. That's my passion and mission in life is to heal, you know, but just to hear my clients like, you've helped me so much, and they're like, finally somebody gave me the answers that I was looking for, and I can get off the phone with them or off of Zoom and feel complete with myself because I'm fulfilling my passion, my destiny, and what God has put me here for. So it's like they feel better, so I feel better, and that's what I care about, you know. So I've been life coaching since I was 21, 22. I became a certified life coach at 23. And so I've been doing it ever since. And churches, like growing up in church, and they would ordain me as a prophet or prophetess or something. And I would, I'm a seer. I have the gift of foresight, so I can see into people's futures and their past and tell them what's to come. So it's helped hundreds of people, and that's all I care about is to help people to
Yeah.
give whatever their need, answer their questions, whatever. Like, hey, can you see this or can you see that? Or do you know if I'm going to get this promotion? And I'll tell them, oh, no, don't see it just yet, but do this and you'll get it, and then it happens. So yeah.
Yeah, it's strange how this interview aligned because someone was trying to read me tarots recently. I was just like, why? I'm like, I don't know if that's true. I really don't. I don't. Are you kind of familiar and kind of understand what tarots are?
Yeah, tarot. There are lots of tarot readers out there. I can honestly say that I do not read tarot because
Yeah.
I don't know how to read tarot. I keep telling my following, hey, I'm gonna learn for y'all one day. Just, give me a little time. I do oracle, or I'll do like word cards, but tarot is something that frustrates the hell out of me. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm not a tarot card reader. I just use my gift naturally, and I'm able to look at you and see things, but I I just have not gotten into the tarot situation just
Yeah.
yet. I, I don't know. It hasn't, I don't know. I really don't even like it like that to be.
How easy is it for you to see into people's futures and stuff like that? Is there certain like a thing that you need, like a photograph, or what is it something that you need?
It just depends. Sometimes I get visions. Like sometimes I can close my eyes and see things. Sometimes I can stare off into space and see things. Sometimes with some of my clients, I'll ask them to send me a picture of them so that I can read their head. And I'll read their head, and then I'll see, what's going on with them, or audibly, if you're clairaudient, you can hear things,
Wow.
and your spirit connects with their spirits, and they all talk in like this huddle to tell you what to tell them. It's yeah.
This is insane. No, I may ask you for something after this interview. Oh, but I mean, but besides the whole life coach, spiritualist, and everything we talked about, you also do some red carpet work, and you're
Yes.
also a talk show host. I think it was a True Hollywood TV. Is that it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. have True Hollywood TV. I haven't done the talk show portion since COVID.
Yeah.
When COVID came through, it really messed a lot of us up. So I think the last talk show that I had was with what is his name? He played Eddie Winslow on Family Matters.
Oh damn, yeah. I can't think of his name off the. You got me there.
But he was the last person that I had on my show, and then I was supposed to have an interview with on my talk show with Iman, Tiana Taylor's husband.
Okay, Iman Shumpert.
Yeah. I had a lineup of celebrities, but then boom, COVID hit, and I'm like, what the hell? And they closed the studio down, and I just have not bounced back from that. I am going to in 2024. I'm going to get back out there. So for right now, I'm just doing like red carpet things. I've done the Soul Train Awards, different things like that, BET things, and whatever is going on in LA, they will reach out for media or, a host, and I'll go. So yeah.
That's fire. I have to get out to LA. I can't be in because I'm from Connecticut and there's just nothing out here. It's time for me to leave.
Definitely come out.
Yeah.
Is that now?
Yeah, I'm in Connecticut now because I went to school at St. John's in Queens. That's where I got my show started. That's how I was able to connect with Julius and all my industry connects, and it being on my own show right now, Live 365, all that. So it's just building from there and getting out to the West Coast. But yeah, no, you're right. The connections are out there in LA. The thing about that's so toxic today for content creators and different things is that everyone thinks they're a content creator, and people do so much now for clickbait and they buy all their views. It's toxic. I really don't. I usually vent on it in my own time, but now I just don't even waste the energy on it because it's too much. Because I went to school for journalism and communications, so when you see all these other people cheating their way to fame, it's like, here we go.
I'm one of those that cheated my way on a lie. That's how I got my show. I literally did this award show called the Celestial Awards when I got out here, and we were having a board meeting, and they were like, we need media, we need more media. Do any of you know media? And I was like, I know media. And so they were like, okay, good. True. What's your media company's name? And I was like, True TV.
And it worked.
Carpet. And I went home and I started to develop everything from there, my logo and everything. And I'm like, I just got on the red carpet. Oh my God. And it was, I don't know what happened, So trust me, I get it. I didn't go to school for journalism. I just said, hey, I'm media, give me a shot. But I respect you. I respect people like you that, this is your journey. This is your thing. You went to school for it. You learned about it, but I'm going to be honest with you. Come out to LA. Yeah. You don't be, have a master's degree to be on the carpet.
Yeah. Oh, wow. So there's the system getting you. They think telling you that that's the whole college scam. I'm not going to get into college talks because I will be here for days about what I think about that. But yeah, I think my biggest gripe is with the whole industry is everyone is thinking they're a content creator, but it's these celebrities with podcasts. Everyone and their mother has one. It's like, that's what gets me. Do we really need a pod? Does DJ Khaled, do you really need one? Lil Wayne, you need one? You know what I mean? Everyone needs one now. It's like, really?
They have the influence, and they know that people will listen to them, and they know that if people listen to them, then they're gonna get the bucks. So hey, it's a grind, everybody's trying to do something,
Yeah. KD, does he need one? I mean, I can go on and on, but what do you have on the way here? As far as the EP, you mentioned the Netflix, you wanted to get something going for your TV show. How about a book or something? Have you thought of some other things to put together for the life story?
Yeah, I've been writing my book since I was 16. So that's coming soon. I'm still writing because my stories will definitely blow people's minds. I actually met this casting director for, I think she was with like CBS or ABC, one of them. And nobody really knows where I'm from. So that's why, like, when they say, where are you from? I say like the neighboring town. But she knew, she's from Hollywood. She knew my hometown.
I think it starts with a B. I was reading it online, right? Yeah, I was reading it. It slipped out of my mind when I was reading about you, but yeah, it starts with a B.
It's called Baconton.
Baconton. Okay.
And she knew, she was like, you guys only got like one stoplight. Like once you're there, you're out. And I was like, she knows that. And she actually wanted to do a story on me, but that was like when I first got here. And I don't really know what happened to her. I do, but yeah, I'm still writing. I'm writing a couple of books, to be honest with you. I just don't know when they're going to be done yet, but I'm writing, just wanting to figure out how to get these stories out there, in a certain way, So yeah.
Yeah.
And definitely after this strike is over, I want to get back into my acting and all of that. So
Yeah.
and working on a reality show right now too, as well.
And is the reality show going to be based on I would say that's kind of not based on your life story, but what you do each day, kind of, is that just a kind of just like a microscope into your life almost?
Yeah, but it's not just with me. It's with 5 other people. And initially it was called The Rise. And I wanted to really document those of us that moved here around the same time and where we are now, where we're about to go, different things like that. Without all the, I'm gonna put you guys in one house and you fight to your death. We're not doing that. I wanted it to be more positive, and the drama would be their own drama with their families, or, not with each other, the cast members or whatever. And we're still working on that. So we'll see what happens in 2024, but that is something that I have had in the works for about 4 years now. And I actually had a conversation with Mona Scott Young, and she was telling me what to do to, get the information out to her, but I just never did. I just felt like this is not going to line up with Love and Hip Hop. I don't want this type to be on this franchise. So nah, that's all right. So, even if I have to start off with like doing the episodes and putting them on YouTube, doing like a whole Issa Rae type thing, I think we'll be fine.
Yeah, I think you will. Yeah, companies, they look for the garbage now. I don't understand. It goes through all lanes now. They want whatever's crap sells. So it's like you kind of have to start from the bottom and just build your own base, and then maybe something will work. I don't understand the industry today. I really don't. It's not what the 90s were, the early 2000s. No, this is a new thing.
It's definitely not about talent anymore.
No.
It's just about the drama, what can you bring? What can you, talk and sell about sex and all that stuff. So yeah.
Nonsense. Yeah. True Royals, or anything else you would love to let your fans know, audience, that we didn't talk about tonight?
My people, they follow me, so they pretty much already know what's going on with me.
They got the scoop.
So I will say this, I do have a surprise for them. So when they see this, to my true gangers, I have a surprise for you guys next week or the week after, but stay tuned. But other than that, no, like, you really did your homework. Like, I'm impressed.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, I dug deep. I was like, because I read the media kit. I started my research today. I did my media kit, listened to the 2 songs that you just released, and I said, I want to see if there's more info out here. And then I did my research.
Yeah, I did a rebranding a couple of years ago. So all of like my dance videos, I scrubbed the internet of everything.
Wow. Yeah, because I heard that you're trained in like jazz and hip hop. We already know hip hop and R&B. And then I was like, miming dancing. Is that what it is? Mime?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I just took everything that I could off of the internet because I wanted a new start. And I wanted to, just rebrand who I was to present the same me, but a new me, just more polished or whatever, So, yeah. So I'm starting over. I'm going to get back into the studio with my dancing at the beginning of the year. And there are some things that my following does not know about me or things they have not seen me done. So I'm excited to show them who I really am and what I've been doing my whole life that they have not had a chance to see within the last 5 years. So I know they're gonna be like, girl, like you've been holding this back.
Yeah.
I do appreciate everyone for watching, listening, or whatever the case may be. And yeah, I'm gonna drop my EP December 22nd. That is the date. I'm gonna continue to do a couple more music videos for the songs on there. And I'm going to move on from this project, and I want to move on into more I want to get myself in a more comfortable position
Mhm.
to produce this next project. I want to do the producing, all of the writing, and we're gonna go from there. Yeah.
Sounds like a plan. I'm looking forward to it. True Royal, I want to thank you for coming on. And if you could stay after we're live, because I did want to ask you some things about the things we were talking about earlier. I want to thank you for coming on the show. Thank you to Monique and Julius Darrington
Yeah.
for getting us set up and connected. You're always welcome on the show. Technical Difficult is in my rotation on Live 365 Mad Max Radio. So anytime you have a new single coming out, I'll make sure to put it in my rotation for you for sure.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And yes, shout out to Monique, the best publicist in the world right now, and to Julius, the best A&R. I would not be here without them. So I appreciate them so very much.
That's a fact. And let them know where they can follow you, because I know your fans will know, but the new listeners, people that want to get to follow you on Instagram and Twitter.
Oh gosh, I do not have a Twitter. Don't bite me. I do not know how to even use Twitter like that. But you can definitely follow me on Instagram at I am true official. And I is not I, it's EYE, like the I in your head. So it's EYE. I am true official. You can also find me on Facebook at True Royal. I am verified on Facebook just in case people need to know which one is me. I do have some backup pages, but yeah. And you can also follow me and subscribe to my YouTube.
Okay.
True Royal Vivo. Okay. So
There
yeah.
you go. Subscribe and follow, please. All right, everyone, take care, stay safe, and until the next time.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.